What's up, Manifesto fam? We're here in Jacksonville with a few friends. Spent a whole weekend out here. There's some friends. We're here. We're just gonna hang out here wrapping up with the trip. We're gonna hang out at this apartment complex area. What we're gonna do is we're gonna share a few revelations that a few people got during our time here. Just gonna kick it around with some of the community from Orlando. Our whole community from Orlando came to hang out here and just be here at Be the Change conference, SMBS graduation, just this whole day of encouragement. If you have never seen that video, that's what we're here for. But we're wrapping up the trip, so we're gonna just drop a few little nuggets of truth to you inside here.
Y'all gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today.
So yeah, let's see what we got. Let's see what treasures people got.
God, I'm so thankful for the life you've given my bones.
Your bones?
My bones are just put to life, and that I may just live for you, Jesus, for the rest of my life, and that I don't have to worship unto men, but I can worship unto you, Lord, and that I can break chains in the name of Jesus, and I can do all these things, Lord, because you've called me to do these things. But the most important, Jesus, I'm so thankful that I can sit at your feet, Jesus, and just, that's it, sit at your feet, Lord, and look at you. I love you, Jesus.
Verified. It's verified on
Lord, we're gonna rest and then we'll come back to you guys. So I had a dream, and this dream was intense, and I was in a pit, just like the lion's den, and there was the lions. The only way to keep the lion's mouth shut in your guys' life is through prayer. And the only way to overcome the dark places in your life, there's dark places everywhere, is to set an altar. And I'm not talking about dark places in the world, I'm talking about dark places you're always in. If it's in your bedroom, or it's in a shower, or it's being with a certain group of friends, it is making that place an altar of praise. That's the only way to get rid of the lions from attacking you, is through prayer and making that place an altar. Getting away from everyone, not so much like on a mountain like Jesus left his disciples, but I saw like Jesus in a vision. Jesus sat under the table while he was doing his carpentry, like doing the tables and stuff. He hid under the table for 2 minutes just to acknowledge the Lord. And I feel like we can all give a few seconds or minutes every hour.
Like Jesus?
Like, right now.
Like, we acknowledge you, God. Like, as we're making this film, God, or this little clip, like, it's as simple as this. Like, Jesus, we acknowledge you. We acknowledge that you're in the midst of us. I think he's struggling a little bit.
This question, when we talk about prayer, they think what we think we're talking sometimes. Like, okay, I need to pray, I need to strive, but what's prayer? What's a true, genuine prayer that Jesus did?
Prayer doesn't have to look like shakarabako, like
which it
praying
can.
in the spirit. It can. It definitely can.
There's a lot of ways to pray.
There's a place for it.
There's a place for
but it doesn't have to look like
prayer. Just me being aware of him without saying anything, just knowing that he's in the place, and then giving my heart. That is prayer.
Because right now, I can be talking to you guys, but I can actually be praying to the Father.
Yeah, your heart is
My heart is postured. It's a heart posture. My heart is postured before the Lord. So as we're talking right now, I can be completely in communion with the Father about something else, and you would have no idea. It's great. It's called secrets.
Did you know you can have secrets of the Lord?
Did you know?
should get some secrets.
Oh yeah,
Did you know? it's an internal reality. So like it doesn't really matter what you're doing externally. Like yes, there's times where you should be like still before the Lord, not doing a million things, but like you can be as simple as like Eric said, like at work and just taking a second, and you could even be doing something at work, but your heart could be postured towards the Lord.
Yes.
And those are like, I don't know about you guys, but like in those moments, I've been so caught off guard by the sweetness of the Lord sometimes. Like where he just comes in and just swipes me and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, and you're just trying to work or type something out on your laptop and all of a sudden like the presence of the Lord just smashes you because you've postured your heart before him in such a way that like you just allowed him an opportunity, like, all right God, like I'm open even though I'm doing something. Like
I'll never forget. I was in Portland right before I moved to Orlando, and I just went to like journal in a coffee shop like with the Lord. And I remember the second I walked into the coffee shop, the Lord was like, Angela, you can order a cup of coffee with me or without me. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, no, like let's go, I'll show you. And so I came up to the cash register and God's like, so now order the cup of coffee with me. And I was like thinking like, what, do I have to pray for the lady or something? And the Lord was like, no, you don't need to make it like spiritualized. Like you don't need to overthink it. Just like order it with me. And so I was like, Lord, what do you want to drink today? You know, like what do you want me to order today? And I ordered a cup of coffee with the Lord. And the Lord is like, see, it's that little thing. Like you could have just came up and been like, I want a lavender latte or whatever. And like ordered a lavender latte. Or I could have acknowledged the Lord while ordering a lavender latte. And like I got encountered by the Lord there. And then I went and journaled and it was great.
Alright guys, you know, we gotta be fishers of men. If you guys aren't hanging out with the fish, then you're doing something wrong.
Ooh. What kind of fish are these?
So right here, see, you can tell every one of them look different. Just like us, we're all different. Some look bigger, some look skinnier, they all have different minds of their own.
Right.
But one thing is fish travel in different places with their family. They travel in groups in unity, and if a shark comes by, they're together. And if some die, it's for the glory.
Y'all like how I got hijacked right there? Got so hijacked by my Jesus lover friends here. That was good. It was good testimonies, right? Good words. One thing that I wanted to say from this weekend that I was up here, what the Lord really worked in my heart was assumption. And I found myself multiple times, probably 4 to 5 times this week, assuming that I knew. It was kind of interesting actually. It was about locations. Like someone said, hey, I'm at this McDonald's, and I thought I knew where it was. And then I'm like passing in that area, I'm like, I don't know where it is. So I had to Google it. It happened once, and then it happened a second time, and it happened a third time with just different locations. And the Lord just convicted me. I was like, man, I'm so prideful. Like, I think I know when I don't. And it's so good. Like, you know, it's just interesting that like sometimes we think we know when we don't. And it's so important to always recalibrate or go back to the truth, which is, we know in the theme, what I'm talking about is truth and the word of the Lord. What is God saying now? Sometimes we have experiences and we think we know what is the truth when God's like, no, you have to inquire of me every time. And that's kind of what like a GPS symbolizes, like what is established and the information on Google Maps or whatever, like what is present and what is the truth. And going back to the truth, to what is really established on the map can lead you to go the right way and be at the right location at the right time. But if you don't know the location, then you'll be off and you'll be at the wrong place. So just to encourage you guys, don't assume you know, always double check, always ask the Lord to show you where you're going, and so that you could be on time at the right location. So anyways, I thought I'd say that on assumption. so that we could always check our hearts that we're going the right place. So anyways, let me open the door for this guy. Just be humble, inquire of the Lord, always ask, don't assume, humble your hearts, and inquire. All right, y'all, we are finished here, hanging out. Anybody else, any other Jesus lovers have anything to say to Manifesto fam?
Prophetic word.
All right.
For all of my Jesus Manifesto fans, Manifesto many fasts.
Ooh,
There it goes.
release that grace. Receive that fasting life grace. Don't think if you don't feel spiritual enough to fast that you can do long fasts, get rid of that unbelief. God can give you grace, and fasting is so enjoyable when you do it with Jesus. We're driving out, but I want to show you what sisterhood's all about. You see, that's what sisterhood's about, guys.